very recent. Welcome to Daybreak, where overall in the top right we have from Team Liquid. It is Hero, one of the aces for Team Liquid. People always point to Tasia, but if it comes down to it, Hero sometimes is called upon if they feel like Tasia can't take him on. And in the bottom left, we have from Team Slayers, it is Dark. Some may call him the Dark Horse of NASL.
Definitely the dark horse of NASL, I think.
Yes.
I don't think anybody would
that's why
disagree with that.
I think okay, so Andre, we picked Hero, but on a map like Daybreak, do you think Dark style works better? Like, you think he can do this? You think Hero's got this, or you think Dark style is like almost too big of an advantage for Hero to?
I think Hero's style is going to be the best on this map.
On Daybreak,
yeah. Because remember, Hero is more of a harassment style, and when you look at a map, okay, and you look at the expansion patterns, you say, is it a line format or is it a triangle format? Triangle format would be something like Antigua Shipyard. Sometimes, Whirlwind even. But Whirlwind's kind of separate. Another triangular style would be Entomb Valley. Now, Liquid Hero did get a very, very nice 2-base all-in. Cloud Kingdom is another triangle format. That's not good for harassment, and the main reason for that is because basically you just have to defend as the defending player. You have to defend 2 areas. And when you defend against 2 areas, it's 10 times easier than to defend against 3 areas. Liquid Hero gets to attack this area, the 3rd base, the natural, and the main. And especially when it's a line format, I can pull your units from anywhere from over here all the way, let's go ahead, to over here, all the way to over here. So if I attack up here and I attack down here, it's a very big win. I feel like Hero will use that to his, to his advantage. But look at this. We might actually see some cannon trickery.
Cannon trickery?
Cannon trickery.
Maybe. We'll see. I feel like cannon rushing the 3rd at this point, Zergs have been so prepared for it, especially with 4 Zerglings out into the field. Oh, but he's using the other probe as bait. Oh, Hero, why so clever?
Yeah, that's why. When you see 2 probes out there, it's like, what are you doing, Liquid Hero? And if he's able to deny this 3rd base, that's basically like a nice little advantage that you have in the early game stages.
Is it really that little, Andre? I feel like if you just put 2 cannons in a pylon, it's really big advantage.
Pretty big. Never mind.
Huge.
Take it back.
Massive. Monumental. Where's my word sheet?
Paramount.
Ginormous. Which is actually not a word I found out the other day. I use that word a lot in my English class.
It's a mixture of gigantic and humongous. Or enormous. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Gargantuan. It's a hugely. Oh, is he going to cancel? Oh, Hero attacks his own pylon to make sure he doesn't give it away. Oh, he gave it away. Oh,
that's unfortunate.
How sick would that be? Whoa.
Whoa.
That would have been so cool. Oh, Hero, man, just for half a second would have been a pimp play.
Unfortunately, Liquid Hero is not able to get the kill. He has his opponent gets to salvage 225 minerals, but it's still a pretty big investment that you've wasted. That's a lot of time that you were banking on your 3rd to come up here, and that's why he's had to switch over. This is actually pretty standard times to get your extractor. It's about 30 seconds early, but still, if you want to be going 2-base, ask Lowly himself. You will be on 4 gases really, really quickly, and these 2 gases will actually come. Actually, 1 gas will come around 5 minutes, and then the second one maybe around 6, but you normally get all 4 of them together. Still, it's a very uncomfortable position for Dark to be in. We'll see how he actually is able to manage this through. Hero already starting the game off with some patented aggression.
Hero's now going to be able to. A lot of people just feel, like you said, uncomfortable with the idea of the pylon just being there, not just for the cannon but for warp-in. So they're going to eventually have to deal with it. It's just a mentality thing. It's just like, well, it's always there. Like, I have to be very cautious. Is he going to go for the 4-gate early rush and try to see if he can pressure me? But from this point on, I like where Hero's taking this, going for a robo. He's also canning up again. Oh my.
Scared of some 2-base all-in.
Yeah.
That's what that's
this quick of a robo, seems like he's gonna go for a mortal push.
The robotics facility obviously going to help him out with, as you said, immortals. You can definitely do immortal pushes, although I don't think Daybreak really features the best immortal pushes. I know some people really like it, but I think it's just not that great. The path is very obvious every single time. It's not like Ohana where you can hit the natural or hit the third base. This is sort of like I can only hit the third base. Yes, I can go up into the main, but there's 2 main places I have to defend. This area and this area. That's very uncomfortable for a lot of Protosses, and you see a lot of problems because of that. But it looks like Dark will clear up this third base with a bunch of Zerglings. This cannon getting about 6 kills before it actually dies.
I think Hero's going for sentry drop instead. Is he?
I like that.
No, he's canceled. Oh, he canceled the observer and went for, or canceled the war prism, went for another observer. So I thought he was originally going to go for that war prism play, but instead he does drop the Twilight Councils.
He did not get hallucination this time, guys, so don't worry.
Second observer. Yeah, he won. Whoa, wait, I forgot that. He won that game despite going hallucination first. Whoa, man. That was crazy. I just, that delayed reaction. I'm like the person that always laughs at the joke half an hour later, Andre. I'm the guy that gets the bill 20 minutes later. Whoa, that was really cool. After I already went home and the games were over. Man. I shouldn't be a caster, if that's the case, right, Andre?
No, it's not though, Frodan. And he's doing Zealot Harass, look at that. So I actually played Huangxin, and this War Prism Zealot Sentry Harass is actually really powerful, but it's normally supposed to come around 9 minutes, not 10 minutes. And I think this is just him being a little bit safer with obviously his defenses. He doesn't want to actually die to something silly. But he will go ahead and take a third base while this happens. So this is really neat, actually. You kind of motion to take a third base. It forces units out in the mount because obviously Zerg want to go ahead and cancel that third base from coming out. And then what you do is displace those units and really empower these Zealots.
Target the Infestation Pit. Oh, is he going to get the Infestation Pit before Pathogen Claim's finished? Will that be a huge win for Hero? Is going to be a race against time. Oh, he won't, but getting the Infestation Pit regardless is huge.
Yes, it is. And Frodan, looks like a lot of damage is going to be done here, but the Infestors pop out at the perfect time, of course. And they're going to really just
lock them down. Zealots were like, we weren't going anyways. We go down with a fight. And Hero will get his War Prism out, and he spent a lot of Infestor energy. Yeah. So you know what? It's like Pathogen Clans never existed anyway.
Exactly. And now you're saying to yourself, well, I don't have to worry about some sort of Infestor timing. Let me go ahead and maybe get a couple of cannons, get some Zealots, get some Sentries, and then tech directly to Colossus. I don't have to go something like Immortals. And you're really efficient that way. Infested Tyrants yet again being popped out here. And wow, beautifully done. Just beautifully done. Nice little advantage for our Hero. And this is the hero we know. Like this tiny little harass that actually does a lot economically. You can see again, all Zealots.
That's a lot of Zealots.
All
and there's
Zealots.
No Fungals. He's trying to target down the Infestors as well. We very much playing a slow chasing game. Dark not paying attention to some of his Infestors. He doesn't want to lose them. Oh man, this 2 Infestors dropped his Zealots. He has to worry about the Zealots also attacking the third base. And Hero's keeping his Devious War Prism alive. Oh, he's going to warp in 2 High Templar pairs for Archons as well. This is, or is he just going to pick him up? Oh yeah, just kidding. JK. He has Storm. I didn't even realize that the entire time. Hero's playing very well.
Don't forget, he can also use those to feed back all the Infestors. So they come in and all of a sudden it's just giant feedbacks in their face. No bueno. That's what I like to say. But 5 more Infestors underway right now.
You just like to say things in Spanish.
I love to say things in Espanol. ¿Cómo estás?
No
No
bueno.
bueno.
Sí, señor.
¿Qué pasó, eh?
I always there's a song on the radio I heard where all they say after every 2 lines or every 2 couplets was like sí señor, and it'd be like yo estoy en el baño, sí señor. And I'm
what?
like, oh, all right. They just say yes sir like after everything. For those of you who don't know Spanish, it's a really funny song. You guys should listen to it.
All right.
Hero is going for a War Prism.
Oh my god, this is so cool.
Si
so Zealots are sí señor.
I agree.
And you know what he can do with his War Prism is just send it in the forefront, and then drop his High Templars. All of a sudden, these these Infestors are under massive, massive damage. Oh my god, big storm!
Ooh, massive storm to
Beautiful.
weaken a lot of the Zerglings, and now the High Templars are coming down. Or sorry, the War Prism's coming out for more War Pits. Another storm to prevent the Zerglings from being able to get good War Pits.
Wow, this is so cool, Frodan.
This is really interesting.
And he's going to try to feed back as much as possible. He can even storm the Infested Terrans.
He really can, if he really wants to.
But he doesn't want to.
He's got the Zealots. Oh, he loses
no!
the War Prism. No!
No!
Well, that's a great job by Dark to target it down. Heads up play. And all of a sudden, Dark is stabilized a lot more, but the supply counts by 15 minutes should be way different at this point. Hero is catching up to his opponent.
And think of how many Zealots are being used and not something like, let's say, Stalkers or Sentries. He's able to do the same amount of damage with basically a Sentry Stalker force.
His gas count.
And because of that, he keeps his gas count. Look at all these fresh Sentries. They still have room to obviously force field. On top of that, he's taking his 4th base. He has his upgrades. You can see, well, you guys can't see in the bottom right-hand corner, but a Charge and Blink is both finished.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry guys. Charge and Blink are both finished. Those are awesome upgrades, and he's now getting Archons. This is really not a time to be getting Archons, because normally you're like, oh my god, I'm going to die if I don't get Colossus out, but he didn't need to get Colossus out this whole time. He's just been so good with managing his harassment. Hero.
I like the small things. Leaves 1 Templar at the 4th, leaves a Sentry at his natural. And he's just making sure that if Dark tries to go up to any shenanigans, he'll be okay. Also cleaning up creep tumors. Dark's been trying to spread creep this entire series, but been a good job limited by Hero. Hero going for a big warp in. +3 is coming up to finishing at this point. And Hero has to be very cautious not to get fungled, but if he just dodges that, the rest is cake. But if only it was that easy, Andre.
If only it was easy as cake. Next is being targeted down right now. Nice Storm actually goes to supplement, or excuse me, defend all of that. You know, Hero's doing it right. No need to push in. Your army is pretty nice.
Keep him on 3 base.
With army against army, not against spine crawlers. Let's go ahead and just relax. Now, Broodlords are on the way, but I think Hero's in fantastic position right now, honestly. To intercept that, I mean, he has just so many High Templars to deal with the Infestors. He has Blink Stalkers to aggressively blink up to give his High Templars room to actually move forward. That way you can't have constant fungals on those High Templars. These Broodlords off of 3 base really isn't that good. You don't have a lot of maxing potential. You don't have a lot of remaxing potential. Yes.
He's got a lot of spine crawlers as well, but he's going to try to take the 4th base, but Hero's got his 4th. His timing on the 4th is a lot better this game. Hero also still harassing with Warp Prism. Feedbacks on the Queen.
Oh, gets it.
Not bad.
The Storm gets it.
One way to get it. No! After all your hard service, you're ditching the High Templar.
Uh-oh.
He should drop that High Templar and try to feed.
Yeah.
Oh, he can't, though. He can't. No space for the High Templar to drop.
But through all that, he was able to cancel the 4th base, which is really what he wants to do.
Yeah. Control more space. Is Dark really going to commit to this and lose all his Zerglings? I think he will. I don't think he meant to do that at all. In fact, his Zerglings were all moving on independent of the Overmind.
Oh, nice. Nice feedbacks. And a nice Storm on top of that as well.
Hero's taking almost full damage. And I mean, Hero's got a very, I guess on paper, a weak army to face up against Broodlord and Infestor. But because he's able to keep his opponent so well contained, his Mothership timing is much stronger because of his 4th base. Able to get upgrades. Hero looks like this position is, I would say, even stronger than the position he had in game number 1 on World.
Oh, 10 times more.
Yeah.
10 times more. Even though he doesn't have Colossus, that Archon count is phenomenal right now. And once the Mothership is introduced into this composition, Archons have far better synergy than Colossus with, well, yeah, that's what it is. So obviously, if you guys tuned into game number 1, Mana versus Lowly, you guys will will attest to that statement. But here we go again, a Warp Prism harass over in the main base. And meanwhile, there is a bit, nope.
Yeah, this is exactly what Hero's going to be trying to do nonstop. He's going to bait stuff at the at either side. If he can base a huge distraction at the 4th, he can snipe tech. If he can bait a distraction in the main and force more units out of position, then he can attack the 4th. And this 4th is still only halfway done. The best part about it is that Hero still has an observer spotting the army. So he's able to track movement, and if there's any kind of sudden repositioning, he can take advantage of it with his Warp Prism as soon as he just loads up with it. And Hero can also take a 5th base, can continue to take over the map. He's got a strong remax capability. He can start adding on more gateways. This is exactly what you need to be doing as Protoss at this stage.
That's right. And what he can do as well is actually attack the 3rd base, recall back, and then have this Warp Prism. Oh, that's fungled. Poor guy. He's going to die right now. But he gets a couple of really, really nice feedbacks before that happens. A little bit of an engagement in the middle. Hero will back out from that. He really can't engage against this.
That was I don't know what about that trade for Hero. He did manage to take out a couple of Infestors with energy-wise, but he lost a lot of gas in that exchange. But he has his mothership out, and Hero's going to, again, be aggressive with his first 100 energy. The big difference, I would say, is there's no Neural on the field, so he doesn't have to be afraid of that, even though he doesn't necessarily know if his opponent does. But Dark's been one of those guys that always gets Neural on his Infestors.
Yeah, Neural's so powerful. Even Neuraling Archons.
And killing your opponent's mothership like Zenio did.
Exactly.
It is pretty strong. Hero's going to split up his army as well, taking over the top left. Wow, just saying this is my pace, man. And puts a pylon down the map. He's going to go from 2 different angles. Hero being very aggressive. The Infestors are not in position whatsoever to fungal from both sides.
Big Vortex.
Vortex also catching some of the Broodlords. A few of them kind of squeezing into it because of the AI. And Hero's got a very nice concave. The Infested Terrans don't have that great of upgrades either. Only +1. That's a big difference maker as well. No Colossus to really shut down the Spine Crawlers, but may not even matter. Storms and the Archon's just killing everything. Hero Supply still remaining strong, and don't forget the remax possibilities from Protoss. More Infested Terrans coming out, and Hero might not even get cleaned up here. And even if he does, he's got such a ability to resupply, retool his army. Another mothership already on the way. More Zealots coming in.
Oh, nice block off with these Stalkers, stopping those Infestors from actually retreating. Beautifully done. He doesn't have Burrow this game. Very unfortunate. Another round of Zealots going to supplement around here. And he has so many gateways to really back everything up. You can see High Templars just waiting to have energy for round number 2 because these Broodlords are out. He can't do anything about that. But meanwhile, the 5th base is being taken. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's not even waiting for High Templars. He's saying, I'm going in with Archons. Look at how many Archons he's able to resupply. Are you kidding me? This is crazy, Frodan.
And the gas count for Dark is very poor. He did keep some Infestors, though. Kept 8. But at this point, it looks more like a ragtag group of misfits. If you look at the units tab, there's a couple Infested Terrans, a couple Changelings, few Zerglings, 2 Roaches, 3 Queens, 5 Broodlords, and 4 Overseers. That's pretty much rounds out his army at this point. He really can't fight with too much.
Here we go again, blinking up. The Archon's taking most of the damage to begin with, but the Stalkers really aren't able to clear out everything.
Man, these Archons are chewing up everything.
Yeah.
Well, the Infested Terrans do a good amount of DPS, but the reinforcement Stalkers to blink underneath and snipe the Broodlords is just too much damage. The Infestors have no real ability to escape this time, and the 4th base drops. So does the hope of Zerg being able to take game number 3. Hero backs off for just another warping of mass High Templars.
Oh, and 3 more High Templars going to add in here. Another mothership is already out on the field. That is not going to be good once Dark actually realized that. But look at the main mined out. Look at the natural, pretty much mined out.
Yep.
3rd base, let's look at that.
Mining out.
350, that's going to be approximately 4 more minutes left on that base.
Yeah, there's not really much left going for Dark, man. He's scooping a little bit too much at this point and doesn't really have enough to back it up. He's got, oh my goodness, he's got 10 Archons he's got to face, as well as drops back at home. Hero dropping a Nexus, saying, I don't care where I expand, I'm going to expand close to here.
Oh.
This looks like a good spot for a Nexus.
It's a get out of my game Nexus. That's what it is.
Man.
10 Archons is 3,000 gas, Frodan.
GG.
WG. That's it. Dark will fall, even though a great first game. And we have ourselves a champion.
Well, not of NASL, but a winner of the series. Hero takes it 2-1. And man, that looked really scary for a moment, because it looked like Hero may have went down 0-2. But instead turns it around 2-1. Comebacks is what describes Hero. But so was his comebacks against DRG at Hot Import Nights. Man, say what you want, but Hero is still a top-class world player. Very well done.
Yeah.
So that Game 1 series was brought to you by Stamps.com. Stamps.com, if you want to get rid of the hassle of postage, go to nasl.tv/p/stamps to click on the link and get your own postage so you don't have to make the trip to the post office. We'll be back with the wrap-up of the day, guys. We're done. We'll talk about predictions, all kinds of announcements, talking about Heart of the Swarm, beta key giveaways, all these kinds of things and more when we return. So don't go too far. We're going to have a conclusion of the day when we come back.